identify the sternal end and the acromia end, as well as the conoid process right there.
Okay.
Here is the atlas. You should be able to identify, obviously, the transverse foramen, which also contains the, or the vertebral artery and vein actually go through them. Here's the vertebral foramen right here. You know, you should be able to identify those structures like the superior auricular, not auricular, but the articulating surfaces, as well as the inferior articulating surfaces. Here we have the axis, which this is the atlas, this is the axis. Here we have the dens or the adenoid process. Again, we have the spinous process here, the transverse foramen as well.
Each vertebrae has a transverse foramen?
Each cervical vertebrae has a transverse.
The cervical ones, not all of them.
But not the thoracic or the lumbar or the sacrum.
They go in like
here's the mandible. You should be able to identify several structures of the mandible, the mandibular condyle, the mandibular notch, the conoid process, the mandibular symphysis, the mental foramen, the mandibular foramen, the alveolar margin, the ramus, mandibular ramus, the mandibular angle. So you should be able to identify that. Mandibular condyle. So you should be able to identify all of that on there.
Can you say that's the process?
That's the conoid.
Conoid process.
Yeah, as opposed to this, which is the conoid.
O-C-O-N-O-I-D, yeah.
All right, here we have the sternum. You should be able to identify this as the manubrium, this is the body, and this is the xiphoid process. In particular, you should be able to identify the jugular notch as well as the clavicular notches here. And then, of course, you should be able to identify these as coastal cartilages, which is a subcategory of hyaline cartilage.
No, that's another one.
Again, this is a cervical vertebrae, and you can see that there are these two spinous processes that come out. So this would be a bifid spinous process right there. Again, you have the body here, you have the lamina here, and then, of course, you have the transverse foramen there. Here we have the hyoid. This is the hyoid, obviously, for speech and swallowing. Here's the greater horn. The little bump is the lesser horn, and this structure right here is the body of the hyoid.
Oh, that's what it's saying, a year.
Okay.
And then we have the skull. Now, the skull will take a while. There's a lot on the skull. There are bones, there are openings, there are processes on there. So let's start off with the cranial bones: frontal bone, parietal bone, temporal, occipital. Okay. Then we have sutures. So here we have the coronal suture, sagittal suture, lambdoidal suture, squamosal suture. Then back here we have the occipitomastoid and the parietal mastoid here. Here we have the frontal nasal right there. No, that's not a suture. Okay, I think those are the sutures that you would need to know for the test. Then let's work on the frontal, the facial bones. So we have the zygomatic, the maxillary, the vomer, nasal bone, the ethmoid, which is in here, the sphenoid, which is on the side here, also part of the cranial bone, sorry, sphenoid right there.
Ethmoid is here and the sphenoid is right here?
Yes. Actually, the sphenoid is all of that right there. And then the ethmoid is on this side over here.
Oh, it's more to the nasal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's the lacrimal bone right here. So that's what that is right there.
The lacrimal is this one, and the
ethmoid
is this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this would be the zygomatic here, and then the maxillary right there. Okay? If we turn it upside down, we still have the maxillary, but then back here we have the palatine bone right there.
Yeah,
and then here's the pterygoid process of the sphenoid, which is what I asked on.
Pterygoid process of the sphenoid.
We have the styloid process, the mastoid process, the occipital condyle. Back here we have the external occipital protuberance, the median nuchal line, the inferior nuchal line, and the superior nuchal line.
Oh, there's a median nuchal line?
Yeah.
It's also known as the external occipital
Well, it's also known in the picture.
Not external occipital protuberance, but external occipital...
crest?
Yes, thank you. Sorry, my brain's...
I know you're hungry too now.
Yeah. Okay. Go back. You can see the superior and inferior. Well, no, these aren't the canals. These are the fissures. These are the orbital fissures. So that's what those are. Lacrimal foramen, and then back on the side over here, on the more medial side, is a little opening, and that's the occipital canal. Turn this upside down.
Occipital canal, you said?
Optic canal, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Here we have the foramen lacerum, the foramen ovale, foramen spinosum, the carotid canal, the jugular foramen back there.
Wait, which one is the canal? Which one is the...
That's the carotid canal, and then the jugular foramen is back behind there.
Okay.
Okay. The hypoglossal canal, which is right there, and the condyloid canal, which is back here, and then the stylomastoid foramen right there. The greater palatine foramen, the anterior palatine foramen. It's also known as the incisive fossa, which is leading into the anterior palatine foramen. Again, I said this is the pterygoid process, right? Okay. This is the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid right here.
Yeah.
So that's what that is there. Let's see. The mandibular fossa, which is what that is right there. The zygomatic process of the temporal bone right there. Then on the inside, crista galli, lesser wing of the sphenoid, greater wing of the sphenoid. This is the petrous portion of the temporal bone.
That's the greater wing? Which part is considered petrous? This whole area?
No. Okay. The greater wing, let me answer the greater wing and then I'll answer the petrous. The greater wing kind of comes up and goes all the way like that. Okay? And you see kind of this ridge area here. See that little line there? Okay, all of that's part of the temporal bone there. Okay? And so all of this is the temporal bone. All of this is a part of the temporal bone. But this portion that sticks out, like it forms like the ridge, the very tip of this mountainous thing, like it's like a series of mountains. It would be the tip of the mountains. So this area right here is the petrous portion of the temporal bone. Okay. Then you got the jugular foramen back there. See back there? There's a jugular foramen again. Here's the internal acoustic or auditory meatus right there.
Which part?
Right there. Here we have, again, the foramen lacerum, the foramen ovale, and then the foramen spinosum, the little small circle. And then right here is the foramen rotundum.
It's round. It's the one that's round.
And then back here we have the occipital canal. Let's see. I don't know if we want to talk about the sella turcica, which has the anterior clinoid processes, posterior clinoid processes. You do need to know the tuberculum sella, which is also known as the chiasmatic groove, which is where the optic chiasm actually sits. That you do need to know. And then down here, that's the hypophyseal fossa down there, because that's where the pituitary sits, the hypophysis sits. So that you do need to know.
I'm going to play this video over and over and over and over.
If you hook it up to a computer, will it
Yeah,
play?
I think so. I think that, and well, the dorsum cell is like right there too, so that's what that is there.
You can email it.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna try
it.
to send it through Hotmail, the live, the thing they have.
Mm.
So yeah,
Drive.
so I think that's it. All right.
Alright, thank you.